Our NBA segment with Ramon Scott is we're going to go through all three games from the NBA tonight. So let's go ahead and let's get this one wired up and ready to roll here with Ramon Scott. We'll start here with the first one tonight in NBA TV featuring the Hawks and the Celtics. The Celtics here favorite double digits now up to 10.5, total 230.5.
Yeah, Tony, and I will mention before we get started on this, and I'm starting to see some movement back on the Grizzlies. That might be good news as far as Ja Morant is concerned. I'm showing some steam coming in right this minute on Memphis tomorrow. Not an indication one way or the other on my pick on that. Just want to note that. Looks like the total could be climbing up a little bit back again after it dropped down. Maybe the news is going to be good today for Ja Morant. So I just want to pass that along here. Yeah, let's get to it with the Hawks and the Celtics tonight. Another double-digit favorite for the Celtics. Well, they certainly looked the part in that first one. I would say that for the Celtics, Tony, it's hard to lay these double digits right now, but the Celtics look like they're pretty much grooving. And for me, I'd almost want to take a total here, even at 230.5. Might be scared the Hawks might not be able to carry their share of the load here at this point. It looks like a total mismatch in this series. I think a lot of people were kind of feeling that way coming in. But I don't know. I still think the Celtics could put up a pretty big number. I'm not sure they're even interested in clamping down. I think they might just rely on their ability to put up some big points here. They're going to need the Hawks to come along here to get it at 230.5. But I'm going to go over in this one with the Hawks and the Celtics. Maybe the Celtics put up a big number tonight in this one against the Hawks.
All right, Ramon says go over here, over 230.5, Hawks and Celtics. Let's continue on here on the rundown, NBA rundown with Ramon. Next up, Knicks and Cavaliers. Knicks with the upset win up 1-0. We see the Cavaliers now up to 6-point favorite in this one on TNT tonight. Total sits here at 214.5.
Yeah, Steam came in on the over in this one. Doesn't look like the Cavaliers have that defensive solution right now for the Knicks, which is kind of mind-boggling considering the way Cleveland has played all season. So that number definitely has ticked up there on Cleveland, taking a little bit of action here so far today for the bounce back. Maybe they get the win. Can they cover 6 points when they struggled so mightily in the first game, or at least the Knicks give them all the credit in the world for the way they played in game one. So I don't know, Tony. Steve came in on the over here, and usually with Cleveland, I'd look to go under, but I don't know. In this one now, I think there's question marks here all of a sudden on the Cavaliers. Maybe they're just a little frail. I'm a big Mobley fan. Definitely a strong defensive player, but they seem to be taking it at him a little bit. Cavaliers, they didn't necessarily get that offense clicking, but I think they can here in this one. I'm going to look to go over with the Knicks and the Cavs today at 214.5.
All right, Ramon says go over the total here at 214.5, the Knicks and Cavaliers. Let's continue on here on the rundown. NBA with Ramon Scott. Next up, Clippers and Suns. The Suns up. You talk about steam. This one opened at 7.5, now up to 8.5 here on the Suns. Total 227 on TNT.
Yeah, we nailed that first game pretty hard. I thought we did a pretty good job there in that opener. So far, though, boy, that is surprising for it to go up to 8.5. Maybe there's some, uh, you know, Clippers will, they might feel comfortable, if you will. I'm not sure what the Sharps might be thinking. Maybe the Squares are just taking this one over, but this series in itself just kind of seems like it is a tightly contested game, and the Clippers and that depth. What happened to the Suns? The Clippers. One thing about an underlying story in the series, I don't. It shouldn't necessarily equate and transfer to on the court, but for some reason the Clippers just seem like the more stable unit to me out there, even without Paul George. We see the contributions from the bench, and I can't help but think, the Suns having gone through an ownership change just 2 months ago. I mean, it's still got to be a little bit in. I don't know how it works, but not just to say disarray or anything. It really shouldn't affect the players too much. But you do have the Clippers, maybe a little bit more stable, even though Ballmer's a little bit goofy, if you will. I'm not equating this to, front office situation, ownership changes, but just heading into this series, the Clippers just seem to have a more stable situation. They pay their bench well. I think that was impressive. I'm going to take the Clippers again to get this money. That just looks like too high of a line. The Suns do not have the killer instinct, in my opinion, right now to put down the Clippers at this point. I think the Clippers certainly underrated at this point of the postseason, and definitely worth a long-term look to get some to maybe pull off this series upset.
There you go, Ramon. Here on the Clippers, get the 8.5 here. We're almost 3 possessions with the Clippers near healthy here. With just George out on this one. All right, let's continue. Yeah.
Yeah. No comment on it, Tony. But again, I mean, I know there's going to be big hesitation without Paul George, but boy, you got to be impressed with the way they all teamed up and did a great job. Go ahead.
All right, NBA rundown here. Ramon, before we get to the NHL rundown, let everybody know what you have gone over at Tony'sPicks.com as they get the NHL lines in here. Ramon will cover all 4 NHL games when you have a pick for you. Want everybody know what you have going over at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll flash the numbers up there. Fantastic results here from Ramon. 5,708 units of profit for 2023. That's all documented. When you visit Ramon's handicapper page over at Tony's Picks, you can verify all these numbers, document on the site. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, I want to remind everybody that my Tuesday matinee discount best bet is up and available right now. This one goes off at the top of the hour or so with the Phillies and the White Sox. Well, I say top of the hour, but we know it's going to be a few minutes after that, 10 minutes there for that doubleheader between the Phillies and the White Sox. Get your day started with me with the discount best bet. It's credit guaranteed here at Tony's Picks, as all of our picks are, and the packages, the individual packages and individual picks are, meaning if you don't cash with us, you're going to get credits back to your account to get another package with me again, or try one of our other handicappers here at Tony'sPicks.com. That's how we do things here at Tony's Picks. So pick up that discount best bet, get your day started, and then you can roll with me into the night card as well. Or pick up a 3-day, a 7-day, a 30-day. Why not? You see the numbers there. I worked very hard on that. Tony, maybe too hard on it, but we want to keep that number up there. And I'm hard on myself, maybe more so than any of these cappers, but that's all in, just want to make sure we put a good product out there at the website here. All of our cappers doing a great job. You mentioned the number that I have up there, Tony, but there are other cappers on our site with just as solid a winning percentage. So you can trust our group here at Tony's Picks.
That's right, guys. Check out Tony'sPicks.com and get on board with Ramon Scott. Maybe that long-term pass will serve you well. He does have a 1-month all sports pass. Get on board with that. You can save 20% off right now. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save $66. Access Ramon's page by clicking the link in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and get signed up. All right, let's continue on here on the show.